the Q-Beat studio.
Is there anything in this?
Dude.
Everyone in my family talks slow. That's just how people.
That's
Whoa.
such a
Is that
lie.
your dad?
No, it is.
Everyone in your family probably talks like Spanish people.
No.
Hey, go get that out of the trash.
I'll go to get
That is
trash.
my dad's.
Welcome back, everybody, to another video on the Q-Beats channel. Jesus Christ. I just made the other day probably the best beat ever. Let's get into the breakdown. But first things first, I started with a guitar melody. I'm gonna go get that now.
Well, it's a little guitar melody.
And you can hear that right here. And if you are wearing headphones right now, you can tell that it's kind of in both ears, because when I take off this thing called stereo shaper, it sounds kind of, in the music world, what is called mono. And when you put that on, separates it so it sounds more full. Has some EQ on it just to dip out the lows, per usual, and then some reverb just to give it more space. Next thing I went on to was a bass, and I ended up with a sustained bass, like one of those standing ones, and it sounded like this. And I didn't really want that orchestral feel, so I kind of drowned it out and just left the bass frequencies on top, so then I could go into like a piano. So this is just the chords that I was playing on the guitar. And that's what these are right here. Really bright and kind of stabby, because I played those in the little pre-chorus section and then the chorus when it finally dropped. After I laid down that bass in that melody section, I went on to the kick and the snare. They just sound relatively poppy. And I actually thought an interesting story. I laid this out for time just to play along with it when I was recording the guitar. So these actually came first. It was only after I recorded everything with the piano and the bass that I actually went in and like mixed it, because it sounded really good. And what that started with was the snare as well. If I take away, there you go. As soon as I finished those stabby chords, I was like, okay, this is a pop song and a half right here. So I went ahead and I did a little shaker. This was interesting. I went in and I honestly just took my cursor and just went up and down to make it feel like a human was playing it, because I don't have any shakers on me. I layered the snare with the snap and the chorus just to give it more energy. And then this was probably the greatest texture I ever added to this beat. It's just a little, what is it called? Like a, let me know it in the comments if you guys know what I'm talking about. And then I added this kind of synthetic crash, which actually fit relatively well. I didn't want anything super dubsteppy and powerful, but I also didn't want anything to hit too weak. When it came to the chorus, I just had everything going at one time. I took out this little, the tambourine, that's what it's called. Took out the little tambourine at the end to try and drop it down, and then it finally lays out into this verse section. Then it picks back up again, and that's basically it. The structure of this song is really simple, because I think just the textures that I added here and there, the natural instruments, kind of drove the beat home. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you let me know down in the comments. I haven't done a breakdown in a while. Yeah, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. I have a reaction video coming next week. Stay tuned, people. Peace.